Hey, what's up, everybody? Joe Simpson here, just coming at you here on Snow Day Sunday. We had about 10 inches, I'd say, today in Virginia. I actually went out fishing this morning when there was about 5 or 6 inches on the ground. I caught a pretty decent, like pound and a half, 2 pounder on a jerk bait, and I freaking dumped the footage by accident. So I wanted to just go through. Went down to a place the other day. I think some of you have already been to before and might know about. Some of you may not. It's called Ollies. It's a discount store. It's basically a store that takes either overruns or extra stuff or refurbished things, kind of odds and ends type of products, and then they just sell them there for a discount. So I thought I'd run down and check it out. I've heard some people say you can get some fishing gear there, so I went to check it out and see for myself. And sure enough, I came across some pretty decent finds. And yeah, this is some of the stuff that I found. I've got jerk bait, a couple crankbaits that are really small. I've got a little jig with a little spinner on it that I think will be good for some panfish, maybe some small bass. I picked up a little Clio. I've used those in the past, and being that it's wintertime, anything silvery and flashy might be good for the bass or panfish. I've got a couple of rattle trap style lures. Also, thinking ahead towards spring and the topwater bite, I couldn't resist. They had a walking lure that I thought I'd pick up and try as well. And last but not least, I picked up a real small spinner bait, which I think will be more suitable for panfish, but it probably will land a couple of bass too. But anyway, I'll give you a close look at some of these things and we'll take a peek. So real quick, this is one of the square bills that I bought. It's just a little tiny dude, little tiny hooks. These might bend out, but this ought to catch something. This one has a little bit longer of a bill, so it's probably going to be a deeper diver, but neither one of these are going to go real deep. You're probably talking 5-6 feet max on each of them. This is a rattle trap style lure. These lures are made by Sebile or Sebile, S-E-B-I-L-E. They seem to be pretty decent build quality. They've kind of got like a pretty wide top, and they're about, I don't know, 3/8 of an ounce, somewhere in that range. Not real big, not real heavy. Hooks seem decent on these for sure. This one right here, it's pretty nice. I like these. These are pretty cool. These jerkbait lures, they look pretty good, and I swam one today. I have one in more of a natural, kind of a green, shad-like minnow, and these actually have a really good action, and they have a nice suspend. The hooks aren't great, but I think they'll hold up to a couple fish until at least I change them out. So this is a walking bait, and I'm not really sure what the deal is, but it's a flat bottom walking bait, and I'm not really informed as to why that's good or bad, but I'm kind of eager to get that out this spring and try it. Shoot, I'll fish anything for topwater. But decent looking bait, good hooks. Again, this is a Sebile. I went ahead and picked up a little Clio spoon. I've always liked these. These tend to catch just about any kind of fish out there. And I picked up one of these really light 1/8 ounce jigs with a little spinner on the bottom. So that'll be really good for panfish, probably even bass. Last but not least, I have this spinner bait. It's real small. This is probably going to be a panfish killer or a small bass killer. This should work out real nice. All in all, I was pretty happy with the run. These lures were around $3 a piece, so they weren't really awesome deals. They had a ton of Arashi square bills with the circuit board lips. Those were about $3 as well. So if you were looking for some square bills, they had every color under the sun. And there were a lot of other lures and terminal tackle and things like that there that I just didn't need at the time. But these were some of the things I picked up at Ollies. So if you have an Ollies near you, you might want to check it out. They have some pretty decent stuff, and I think the inventory kind of comes and goes, so it pays to look every so often just to see what they have in there, and every now and then you run across something good. So check it out. It's Ollie's Bargain Outlet, I think, and we have one here in Manassas in Northern Virginia. It's always good to go to these bargain stores because you may not need really expensive lures in some cases. Sometimes you just need a generic whatever it is. So it's always good to try that first and get a couple of backups in your tackle box, so when you lose something nice, you have something else to use and you don't feel so bad about hooking it in a tree or losing it on a snag or something like that. So check it out. Thanks for coming along, guys. Appreciate you watching, and I hope to be doing some fishing this week. My choices of fishing locations is becoming limited. We've got about 10 inches of snow. The water's all frozen over in all the ponds, so there's only 1 or 2 places I can get to where there's open water. So it may not be that exciting, but I'm going to keep going. Thanks, guys. Take care.